If you're here, I already know one thing about you. You are done pretending. You're tired of smiling on the outside while questioning everything about yourself on the inside. And most of all, you are tired of watching less capable, less qualified people speak up, get noticed, and move forward while you hold yourself back again and again. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Sanchita. I'm an ICF certified life transition coach, soft skill trainer, and someone who has personally walked the messy, painful road from anxiety and self doubt to unshakable self confidence. But this isn't about me. It is about the quiet war you have been fighting in your head, in your career, in your life. So if you're ready, type in ready in the chat box. Now, let me tell you the problem here. Confidence is not a personality trait. It's a skill. And if you don't learn it, you will keep missing out, no matter how talented or hardworking you are. I have seen so many people who are exceptionally talented but are still nowhere just because of their lack of confidence. Now let's dive into the core pain point. Let me tell you what's really happening behind the scenes when you struggle with self-doubt. You have tied your self-worth to performance, and when you fail, you feel worthless. You are waiting to feel confident before you act, but it never comes. You think confidence means being loud or extrovert, so you feel like as if you are not built for it. But here's what changed everything for me and for hundreds of students and professionals I have worked with. Confidence is not the result of success. It is the cause of it. The reason you haven't felt truly confident yet is because you have never learned the actual skill set behind it. Now, let me tell you, confidence is built, it is not found. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment or a big break or someone to finally notice your worth. You need a system. And that system starts with a new understanding of what confidence actually is. Let me walk you through what I call the mirror loop. It's a 4-step framework. I also teach inside my course that permanently breaks the cycle of self-doubt and builds confidence. So are you with me on this? Right, I am with you in the chat box. And after working with so many people, I have identified the 6 biggest obstacles stopping you. Let's go into that. Problem number 1, lack of confidence. You hesitate to speak up in meetings. You second guess yourself. You hold back from big opportunities because you don't feel ready. Does that sound familiar to you? Type yes in the chat box. Problem 2, fear of public speaking. You know your ideas are great, but when it's time to express them, your voice shakes, your mind goes blank, and you struggle to make an impact. Trust me, I have been facing this problem for long. Problem number 3, career stagnation. You feel stuck in the same position watching others get promoted while you wonder, what am I doing wrong? Problem number 4, no clear roadmap for success. You want to succeed, but you don't know the exact steps to get there. You're trying everything, self help books, random courses, but there is no clear strategy. Problem number five, lack of mentorship and guidance. You are doing everything on your own, but deep down, you wish someone who had been there who could just guide you with real world insights. And finally, problem number six, self sabotage and procrastination. You start things but don't follow through. You doubt yourself, overthink, and delay action until opportunities pass you by. Now, that you see what's been holding you back. But the good news is these problems are completely solvable. If you want to know this, type in solvable in the chat box. In my corporate career, I've had many people who really struggle with this self confidence. One of my colleagues, his name was Vivek, we used to call him Vicky. He was excellent in creating things. He was very creative. He had very great ideas. He was very good with data analysis, good with visual representation of those data. He would prepare those presentations, do all the hard work, but when it came to presenting the same to the larger group, he would always step back. He would never ever come up and speak. And as a result of this, people who actually presented his presentation, his hard work, got all the praises, got all the accolades, and he was left behind where he was. Let me share my story. I have a weird problem. Rather, I had a weird problem. I never had a stage problem. I never had any stage fright. But my problem was public speaking. I could just never go up to the stage and speak in front of a larger group, be it a stage or be it in the conference room. I just could not come up with the courage to go up and have a public speaking done. Anybody, the very thought of it would just make me shiver. But I did overcome this problem. I did overcome by practicing daily the 4-step framework which I'm going to be sharing with you. Now let me walk you through what I call the mirror loop. It is a 4-step framework, and that will actually break your cycle of self-doubt and build your confidence. Let's move in. Step number 1. Micro exposure plus controlled discomfort. Now what do? Every day, intentionally, do one thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable but safe. Like asking a stranger for the time, or posting a voice note on a story, or even speaking up in small group meetings. Now, why does this work? Because your nervous system needs gradual exposure to what it fears in order to stop overreacting. When you show your brain, I can survive this, you rewire your confidence. Track your discomfort of the day in a notes app. You will begin to associate courage with progress, not perfection. Let's move on to step number 2, mirror loop rehearsal. This is a neuroscience trick. Now, what do you need to do in this? Stand in front of a mirror and rehearse. Not just what you want to say, but how you want to feel while you say it. Practice your tone, your posture, gestures, eye contact, as if you are already the confident version of yourself. Do this for just 3 minutes a day. Your brain can't distinguish between real experience and vividly rehearsed imagination. And that is exactly why it works. Mirror rehearsal activities, motor neurons, it activates those motor neurons and emotional memory, creating a new default identity. Smile slightly and breathe deeply while doing this. Your body signals safety to your brain, and your brain mirrors that back to your body. That takes us to step number 3. Record, reflect, reframe. Now, what do you do in this? Record yourself on video while speaking, even if it is just introducing yourself or explaining a topic or journaling aloud. Watch the video not to judge, but to look for 3 things. What went well? What would I improve? And what would a confident version of me do instead? Then re-record with the adjusted version. Let me tell you why it works. Most people never watch themselves speak, but deliberate self-reflection plus low-stakes practice, which equals to real growth. It's like game film for athletes. You start catching unconscious habits and improving fast. Now let's move on to the final step, which is step number 4. Confidence anchor ritual. Create a tiny personal ritual you perform before any situation where you want to show up confidently. For example, take 2 deep breaths and tap your chest. Or whispering of a mantra like, I have done harder things before. Or just rolling your shoulders back and smiling. This becomes a neural anchor. Your body and brain begins associating this ritual with a confident state. And over time, it short circuits overthinking and activates your performance mode on command. Pair this with a specific scent or song of your choice for stronger anchoring. Now let me share some of the proofs that it really works. Okay, let me share a small story. It's about one of my students. She is 23 years of old. Name is Mahek. When she joined, she said this: I have read every self-help quote on Instagram, but the moment I'm in a group discussion, I freeze. And 3 months in, she led a team at her internship. Not because she magically believed in herself, but because she had real tools to fall back on. That is what changes lives. Not motivation, not hype, but just skills. Now, if anything I said today made you feel seen, then you are already knowing it. You don't need more tips. You need a structured, step-by-step system to build confidence from the inside out. So you stop doubting yourself and start becoming the person you get chosen, who gets chosen, who gets noticed, who is respected and remembered. And that's exactly what I teach inside my complete confidence and soft skills blueprint. It is for students, professionals, entrepreneurs, lifelong learners who are done hiding and want to build the real world soft skills that make success feel natural. So, in this course, you will get a proven three-phase curriculum based on behavioral psychology, templates and scripts to apply in your real life, not just theory, real coaching support and practice assignments, and a system that does not tell you what to do but actually trains you to do it. Confidence is important, but here's what no one talks about. Confidence without real soft skill is just a fragile shell. It's like building a sand castle. Eventually, it cracks. What actually holds your confidence up is knowing how to manage your time. Communicate clearly to make sure you prove your point in front of people. Bounce back from failure when you feel there is no one beside you and you're all alone. Stop overthinking and self doubt. Make decisions and actually follow through. These aren't just nice to have skills, they are the foundation. And without them, even the most confident person eventually hits a wall. That is exactly why I created this course, to help you build the solid foundation most people skip. And the ones who don't, they are the ones who stand out and actually get what they want. Don't just feel confident. Be someone who can back it up. With that, let me introduce you to my flagship program, the Personal Growth Foundation course. In this course, you will have the core program, which is structured step-by-step transformation roadmap designed to help you master confidence, emotional intelligence, resilience, and high performance thinking. Along with that, you will also have access to weekly inner circle calls. Every week, you will get to have a live coaching call with me or my expert team where we are going to answer your questions and guide you in real time. That's not all. You're also going to be a member, exclusive member only community. You're going to be part of that. You will be part of this high performance network of like minded achievers who keep you accountable and motivated. That's not all again. You will have lifetime access and future updates without any additional extra cost. This means that you can get access to every upgrade, additional module, and bonus trainings that I ever add at no cost. Because you're here, I'm giving you a special one-time deal. Instead of the entire 1 lakh worth of this program, I'm giving it to you at just 4,999 only. Look, free content can give you a lot of information, but my program gives you a transformation with structured guidance, accountability, and coaching. So see you on the other side. So now you have just got two choices from here. Either you keep trying to figure it out by yourself and keep playing small, or trust someone who's been there and take that first step towards becoming the confident, capable, respected version of yourself who already knows you are meant to be. Join us inside the course and let this be the moment everything started to change. Because confidence isn't built in your head, it is built in motion. And your motion starts right here. So if you are ready, type in I am in and I'm going to share the detail of the blueprint of the course that I'm going to be taking through.